Oh crap, I missed. Hey everybody and welcome to this Xbox Live episode 482 short show. I messed up on the music and didn't start it early because I was talking with my good buddy Rob and we were so engaged in conversation that we forgot to start the music 30 seconds ahead of time. So I danced for you a little bit.
You should have done that. Was it the Numa song? I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, Numa. What is it? Oh ah hee, oh ah
Yeah,
ha, oh ah hee,
Oh,
oh ah
what's
ha
up?
ha, or something like that. I still can
Yeah,
remember that guy just slamming and dancing at his desk. That was so funny.
yeah, that kid like
Yeah,
doing his like arm waving.
exactly. All right, so
We
this
we do
is
a wide variety of entertaining here. We do dancing. Mark can do some singing.
ooh ah
Once,
hee, ooh ah ha.
yes.
All right, we'll get off of that because we're gonna lose our two listeners that are watching. Um,
Okay.
so I'm Mark, aka Wingman 709, and as always, my bestest buddy Rob is with me, also known as Presar.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
You can listen to us live on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube every Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, and we're gonna jump right into it. So, Rob, what have you played this week?
I've done some more Fortnite. It is the beginning of season 4 of the Battle Pass. So it's interesting. It's I'm going to participate in the season this season. I've never done that before. So I ponied up some V-Bucks, joined it, and we'll see if I make it season 5.
Awesome.
And yeah, and then I got to pimp my Clash Royale, right? I haven't been doing it lately. I've been falling
Yes.
behind. It's been a couple weeks since I mentioned it. So now they started clan wars. Wow, this is a cool little way that you have your clans fighting against each other. But
Uh
the funky thing is, my clan only has like 4 of us that do it, and you need 10 people to start up the clan war. It's this funky thing where you start it up, you start the clan war. The first day is you play and you collect cards. So you get various cards for winning, or actually you get cards for losing as well. And then it goes into a pool, and then everybody builds decks from that pool, and then you battle other clans the following day. So it's kind of neat. Well, let me just say, it would be kind of neat if we can actually get enough people to participate.
huh.
So we might be jockeying for some new clan members soon,
Oh.
like my good buddy Mark. Uh-huh.
In other news,
Don't be changing the subject to Gems of War.
how did you know?
But yeah,
But
but
yeah,
no. So there was that, and then on the PC, I picked up a new game, fairly new. It just came out about a week ago. It's called Frostpunk. Did you hear about this one at all,
I
Mark?
have not.
Yeah. So it's one of those. It's like I guess real-time strategy games is the closest thing that this would fit into, but it's made by the folks that did This War of Mine, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with. Over the last couple of years, it's been on console, it's been on PC, it's been on mobile devices, um, and it's actually in board game form right over there on the shelf that nobody can see. But yeah, so this is a funky game where it's set in like an alternate past, right? It's an alternate past where, around about 100 years ago or so, from London, in London, there was like this horrible snowstorm, climate change, whatever. And, using the technology of the time, not quite steampunk, but frostpunk technology. They built this like huge, it's like a vehicle train type of thing, and they set out across the ocean, which was now frozen over, and they went north. So wait a second. Let me dissect this for a brief second, right? So the world is like frozen over, snow, buried cities, ice everywhere. So you're in London and you want to get away from the cold and you go north. That doesn't make sense to me. Wouldn't you go south
I would
to the
think so.
equator or something? Yeah. But anyway, they went north and then they found this. I'm not sure if it's a crater or if it's just a canyon, like a circular canyon in the ground. And there's a generator in the middle, which is your heat source and stuff. So from there, you have this generator and you build town components around it because it provides power, heat, and all that stuff. And you have like engineers and you have workers that go collect things. So, it's one of those where you harvest resources, you bump up your technology, you have to feed your people, all that kind of stuff. And the graphics are really cool. I mean, it's really cool. And the nice thing about it, which I wish more real-time strategy games would do, is that there's a little button on the upper left-hand side corner where you can speed up the game. So
Nice.
you're not sitting there forever waiting for the little guy to mosey on over and collect the stuff and come back. So yeah, I'm interested in checking it out. I was kind of wondering, I'm like, would they ever bring this to to the consoles? I don't know. It's on Steam right now, but I think it's kind of got a lot of stuff going on, so it might not make it
Hmm.
to the consoles for control's sake. But it was done by the guys that did This War Is Mine, or
This this little
This
war of
War Is
mine,
Mine.
or isn't it this
I
little war of mine, or this war of mine?
This War of Mine. I'm like totally
That's
drawing a blank here now all of a sudden.
I know that
But
that's a game on the
yeah, this
console.
yeah, yeah, This War of Mine. And then there was
Yeah.
like the children version too. It was like the kids in the war. Anyway,
Okay.
so it's done by the same people. They did the PC game, they brought it over, so to the console. So we might have that as well. And that's about it. I have I'm getting walloped by the TV shows all of a sudden. It's that time of the year, right? Where
Yep.
all the summer shows are starting. Got the Expanse coming back. We got Colony. We got the new Walking Dead. Have you been watching that one?
I think I'm a week or two behind because of my trip recently, but I'm pretty caught up. But I think
Wait,
I'm maybe
The
just one
Walking
week.
Dead or Fear of the
Walking
Walking
Dead,
Dead?
I'm behind. I'm by one. The
Okay,
Fear the
yeah,
Walking
because
Dead is coming back like really
it,
quick,
it
right?
it's already back.
Oh, it is back. Okay. Then I haven't seen any of the new season of that yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm debating whether I should say something. Well,
Don't say
let me just
anything.
put it this way. There's crossover, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's probably good. It's probably good. So there's
Okay.
changes. A lot of people don't like Fear, but there's changes to it, so they might be for the best, for the good. So I'll just leave it at that without spoiling, and it's pretty good so far.
It's funny. I was watching.
Yeah.
I went and saw the movie Rampage this week.
Oh yeah.
And soon as oh, what's his name? The guy that plays Negan.
Oh,
I know his
yeah.
name. Mike. No, something Scott or Drew Michael. Dean Morgan. It's
Are you
something
just
Morgan.
throwing out names like?
No, it is. It is. I gotta look this up now. It's what is his name? I know his name. It's right here. Why won't it tell me his name? I see all these pictures of him, and none of them are telling me who the. It's like Morgan is his last name, I believe.
Is he Captain?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay.
All right, so he's the guy that plays Negan, right? So he's in Rampage. As soon as he comes on screen, I'm like, "Yo, Negan!"
Nice.
And it was weird because it actually felt like he was almost playing the same character. You know, it was kind of weird because I like there was a lot of kind of the way he stands and the way it's just like, yep, that's who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for the record, I really enjoyed Rampage.
Oh wow. Okay.
I like The Rock. I knew what the movie was gonna be. You know, it's not gonna be. It's a popcorn flick, all right, but it's funny. There's a lot of great humor. It was entertaining, and I think people should see it on the big screen. I think you'll enjoy it more seeing that movie in a theater than at home, unless you have a huge screen and a big, booming sound system. But it was a really good movie to see on the big screen. So, but I did enjoy that. Not familiar with.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to see what other shows he was on.
This guy's been around,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think he's most known for Negan. So
yes,
but it's such a great role. He does that role so well. But yeah, he was in that movie, and I liked him in the movie too. So he was actually a good guy.
Yeah,
It was nice to see him, but it's like Negan is a good guy. That's kind of what keeps you running through your mind. But
so was Rampage? Did you see the new Jumanji?
Yes.
Was that along the same? I mean, did you like that one?
Yes, I like that one better than the originals.
Yeah.
No, they're very different, but I think the humor is kind of similar.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, dude, there's some great humor. The Rock is such. I really like him, and I like to call him Dwayne Johnson. That's his name. I mean, this guy is. I really like him as an actor. I'm not a wrestling person, so I don't like, WWF or E or whatever it's called these days. I just don't. I'm not into that. But I think this guy's a fantastic actor. I like him in about everything he plays. I think he's very funny. He's able to deliver very good comedic lines, and he did a great job in this movie. It was funny. Lots of stuff getting destroyed. You just got to go into it. It has nothing to do with the video game. It's based on the original video game, but they put a story to it, and it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't it's not the greatest movie ever, but it was very entertaining, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was better than I expected it to be, because I was like, okay, well, I got nothing to do. I'm stuck here up in this, on the road, and instead of sitting in the hotel watching TV, I'll go check out a movie. So, but it was enjoyable. I liked it. So, but anyways, let's move on, because we're not here to talk about movies. We're going to talk about video games. Did you have anything else, Rob?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay. So I did get time in. I did take my Xbox, one of my Xboxes with me. So of course I was able to play Rob's favorite, Gems of War. And I also downloaded Homefront: The Revolution, because it's now free with the Game Pass. I'm sorry. It's now included with Xbox Game Pass. And that's one I didn't like the original Homefront, and it was like a 4-hour campaign, and I never got into the multiplayer. I just didn't really like it. And so I never bought this one. And this one I know didn't review well, didn't do very good, but I kind of wanted to play it. It was kind of one of those, let me see it, but I didn't want to buy it, so thankfully it's on Game Pass now. So I just am now diving into that. In fact, I was playing it for a little bit right before we got on. It's a weird, it's like they don't really tell you what you're supposed to do. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm running around in the world, and I really don't know what's going on or what I'm supposed to do. And so I'm right at the very beginning. So hopefully all this it'll get figured out as I go on. Played some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, I think it is. Played this yesterday with some did a 4-player co-op with Pinpoint Red, Vengeful Jedi, and Johnny Don't. We all got together and played played this. This. So Rob, when I say to you, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I played this game. What type of what age range would you think this game is geared towards?
Teenagers?
Okay, but younger audience, right?
Sure, right.
So we were playing the game on normal. We played on normal. It was hard. Like, we were able to beat it, but we ended up switching it down to easy, and it was still overly hard. And this was all we had four very accomplished, active gamers, right? And all the guys I was playing with, they're all adults. We've been playing video games forever. We're playing on easy, and it was not easy. And everyone was saying the same thing, like, man, I can't believe this is this hard. Like,
Oh, wow.
and my youngest son, who loves this game, got stopped at a point because it's too hard. And he was sitting there telling me when we got to that point, he's like, "Oh, I never got past this. It's too hard." And we struggled and struggled, and we were failing missions, and we're just like, "What the heck? This is crazy on easy." And I'm just like, this is pretty sad, and I feel bad because it's like I bought this game for my son, and he loves it, but it's too hard. It's like if this is a game geared towards kids, or it should be geared towards kids. Yes, our age did grow up on. We had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when we were growing up too. But when you put a game out like this, and the turtles are very popular today with young kids as well, you can't make the game that hard. And I'm kind of feel like that's probably part of why this game bombed. It's not a great game, but it is fun in co-op when you're playing with other people. It's just sad that it's so hard. Then I also played Super Mega Baseball 2. I think that's what it's called.
Is that the freebie for?
For Games of Gold. And it's funny because I was in a party with Vengeful Jedi. And we both, I was like, "Oh, I didn't play this," and he's like, "Oh, I haven't done it either." So we both were playing it, and it was funny how different our experience was. And I'm gonna rat him out because he's listening to the show tonight. He lost 33-0 against the computer, and I won 5-4 against the computer. So I don't know what he was doing, but the game is it's not bad. It's one of those it's going to take some time to get used to learn the controls, and because a couple times I would catch a ball, a pop fly, but I would throw it because I'm mashing buttons. I'm throwing it home instead of to first base to get the guy that was running, to second, trying to catch him back at first. So I kept messing up like double plays and stuff because I was hitting, you're like, "Oh, get it." I was mashing buttons, but there's a lot to it. I think it's not bad, especially now it's free. Pretty fun little baseball game, and definitely recommend people checking it out and giving it a shot. And it's just might be a little bit of a learning curve with the buttons. It's not too terribly bad, but there's still you gotta take some time to learn it. But other than that, that's all that I have played. So let's move on. So you can support us at Patreon. Going to thisxboxlife.com/Patreon. You can support the show each and every month that way. Or if you want to leave us a one-time tip, you can go to thisxboxlife.com/donate. We appreciate all of our Patreons and our donators. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. All right. So the show is titled Short Show. It's going to be a short show. I just didn't find any news this week. I'm stretching for the couple of things I have here. But before we jump into those items, I want to share something with you guys. This does not benefit me in any way whatsoever. I'm passing this on to you guys because I know our community will probably enjoy hearing this. There is a podcast that is done by McAfee. It's called Hackable. And what they do, it's very professionally done. It's very entertaining. Um, they have this guy. He goes over things like the most recent episode. He gets into a car and goes into a car wash, and a guy thousands of miles away who he's talking to on the phone hacks the car wash. And it's like he's talking about it, and you can hear him talking to the guy on the phone, of what he's doing, and they're explaining things, and they do stuff like the guy was in a car when somebody hacked the car, and it's all set up, he's reaching out to like all these different ethical hackers, and they're doing things like one of them was this box. It's like a camera. It's like an automatic dog feeder. Like it feeds a dog treats, so you can control it to feed him treats, and you can see the dog, and you can talk to the dog and stuff like that while you're away. And he was showing how people can get access to these things. So it's based on consumer stuff that people might have in your own home, and it's real entertaining. It's very interesting. Does get you thinking. And it was weird because I went into a car wash yesterday, and I was like, do I really want to do this? Am I going to get hacked while I'm in here? But it's very interesting. We don't think of like an automated car wash being hackable. I certainly don't. But everything. I mean, our light bulbs nowadays are on the internet.
Yeah.
And I made me.
What would they do to hack the car wash? I mean, would it take you from the express wash to like the deluxe or something?
In this episode, he was able to open the door and let the guy come in for free, close the door, and he can control the doors, so he can actually trap you in there because there was like garage doors at both ends. So they can force it so the doors don't come open, and you're trapped in there. And then he turned it on and just had it soap. That's all. It was just spewing soap everywhere. And he finally had to quit it because the guy was like, dude, we can't see anything. And he's like, we got so much soap on the floor of the car wash, So the guy finally is like, well, let me cut this because he's like, I put it in for a lot of soap, but I don't know how long it's actually going to run. And, and they ended up, he opened the door and like didn't rinse them, didn't dry them. So they drove out and their car was covered in soap. And he was like, all these people are looking at us. The guy that was behind them in line actually left when he saw what happened. He's like, I'm not going in there.
So this is video? Or?
This is audio. This is an audio podcast.
Yeah,
but it's very entertaining. And I like it because, again, I like it because it's entertaining. It does. He talks about things that really do pertain to our lives. And then he always does talk to a guy at McAfee that at the start and at the end of the show, he'll talk with this guy. And they talk about like what you can do to try to protect yourself from things like this. And it was interesting. I'm not going to spoil it, what he said about this one. It's like, how do you protect yourself against a car wash? But yeah, it could be dangerous. I mean, a lot of those have arms that come down. And if someone can take control of that and come down and possibly crush your car, because they have control of that. That's right. Industrial equipment. So, but anyways, check it out. It's hackablepodcast.com. Again, we don't get anything for this. It's just something I'm passing on to you guys. I really enjoy it. I love the show. And he does like one every 2 weeks, and he does it in seasons. So he's just started season 2 now. So I think there's about 14 shows out there or something. But, very entertaining, very well done. I think everybody will probably enjoy it. So,
okay.
All right. Otherwise, the first news item that I have is there's a new preview beta, 1805, that has gone out. Beta. Has gone out, and I already had to report a problem with it because the one thing that I was looking to do is not even an option. In fact, I was going to check. Where'd my controller go? Did I leave it over there? I guess I left it over there. I was going to see if it did get fixed, but we've talked about it, I think, last week, how Discord is becoming connected in the dashboard, and you can go into your settings and stuff and connect and link your Xbox account to Discord. Um, it isn't there. I have the 1805 update, and this option is not there. I actually took a screenshot and reported it. And I'm like, this feature's not there like you claim it is. So I don't know what the dealio is there. Rob, I know you're in the alpha, so you're probably on a different version than I am already. But did you see this yet, or have you seen the Discord link?
I really didn't look for it
Okay.
because I mean, I've got Discord on my phone, I've got it on my PCs, my laptop, and everything, and I use it on there, but on the console, I just, but you know what? I really don't use it for chat. I use it for messaging.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe the chat part of it, the voice chat is okay, as opposed to the written chat. But just because you can do it doesn't mean that you should. And it's like, why would you want to use it even for like chat or anything when you can just do a party in live? You know
I
what I mean?
I don't know yet. I don't
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the thing here is because if you're connected to Discord,
yeah. It's like status,
you
right?
can attach. So say you're playing, Rob, and none of your friends are on, and you're just playing a game, but a buddy of yours is playing something on Steam,
Right.
right?
They'll see that.
And
Yeah.
but they're in a Discord. You can still
Hmm.
connect to that Discord channel and talk to them, even though they're not on Xbox
Oh
Live.
yeah. Okay.
So
That makes
it
sense.
gives you a connection outside of Xbox Live to talk
Yeah.
with people who aren't on there. So, um, but yeah, and of course we started a Discord channel, but I don't understand this technology these days, man. I know.
You
I
need to have one of your kids explain it to
I
you.
I do. I do. I don't get the
Yeah.
Twitters and the Snapchatters, and I got Facebook. I still confused on that one sometimes, but Facebook I think I've got down sort of. I just don't get all this other stuff. And I probably said this before. Rob, back when you and I were like teenagers, and I'm sure your mom did the same. Like her VCR probably always flashed 12 o'clock because she could never figure out how to program the clock.
I always said it.
Yeah, because you said it, but she couldn't,
Yeah.
right? That's like my
Right.
parents never knew. They could never figure out how to set the clock. So I did it. It's like, and now it's like I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm the, I'm at that point of my VCR is flashing 12 o'clock and I don't know how to change it. So I have to have my kids come and explain everything to me, even though I work in technology. It's just like, I've hit that point. Can't take anymore. But anyways, um, so the one feature I was looking to do, it didn't seem to make it for some reason, even though they say it's there. The other things that they're claiming are part of this update is 120 hertz support. So they said that gamers with monitors and televisions that support 120 hertz refresh rates can now turn that 120 hertz support on for 1080p, 1440p output on both the S and the X. So this high refresh rate option means you now take full advantage of displays with that capability. So that will be good for those. There's some improvements to the Xbox Accessories app. There's more privacy options. You can now trim your clips directly in the guide. And then, of course, there's a bunch of fixes in there as well. But that's the new update. So
Okay.
it's not all there.
So, yeah, one thing that I saw that was actually kind of cool was out on Amazon, somebody released this sticker. And I guess the proper name for it is, so they could charge more for it, is it's a skin, not a sticker. But what it is, like, I don't know, do you see the link, Mark? Just click on it. So it's a
I'm,
sticker that
I,
goes on top of your Xbox.
so it's what item number 3 is on our topic list.
Yes.
And
It's a
it's the background image I have on our show. No, I haven't seen the sticker, Rob.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Here, I'm gonna turn our cameras off and the thing. So go ahead and tell it. But I got an
Okay.
image up for those that are watching the
All
live
right.
feed.
So it's a sticker for $30 via Amazon.com. And I guess you can get it for free if you want to trade something in. But it's a sticker that makes the top of your Xbox look like an original Xbox. It's got the big old green Xbox circle in it, the big X, the little vents. It's kind of neat. It's actually some heavy duty 3M adhesive, and it's got a scratch resistant laminate layer on there. So it's not just a simple sticker, it's meant to be durable. And supposedly it releases very easy. It's not one of those that, like mailing labels where now you have to like scratch them out and
Oh,
use Goo Gone.
yeah.
But I thought it was kind I thought it was kind of neat. At first I was like looking at that image and I'm like, what? What exactly is that? Is that an original Xbox? Is that, something else? But yeah, it's a brand new Xbox with the top looking like the original Xbox. So maybe we'll post the link in the Facebook group so you guys can check it out. It's humorous and it's gimmicky. So if you get the Duke controller whenever, you can add this and turn your shiny new Xbox One X into an OG
But
console.
it's more it's more than just the very top because it covers the front as well. It makes the front of it because it's got the great
Yeah.
big Xbox name on the front. It looks like there's disk drives on the front. It so
See,
it
I
it
wasn't sure about that, but I know what you're saying. It does look like it, but I just saw in the description that it's like one skin, so I assumed it was just the top, but it could be the front, and it looks like it's got, so like the Xbox has the front part, and then the underneath is a little recessed.
right,
Where the what the heck is that? Like where the USB connector is and stuff.
right. Yeah, because
But
this has got like it makes it look like there's a drive in the front, the big name onto the left, and then if it looks like there's like a also almost a grayish looking stripe down the front.
yeah,
So that this does look like it covers the front as well.
yeah.
So
So for your nostalgia needs, you can get this.
and it's at
And
Amazon, so you can use our affiliate link.
yeah, absolutely.
So
So I don't know if this will do you any good if your console sits inside an entertainment cabinet behind glass or something. You wouldn't be able to see it at all. But if you're proudly displaying your Xbox to the whole world somewhere, actually, you should have it like in a little altar with lights shining on it, like fancy artwork and stuff, then you can get this. So I thought that was kind of cool. Another thing is there's a game that for a little while used to be a PS4 exclusive, Near Automata. I think I'm saying that properly. It was a pretty big hit last year. It was out on PlayStation initially, then came out on PC. Well, it looks like it's coming to Xbox.
another
Uh,
exclusive coming to Xbox. Another not so
yes.
Sony exclusive, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. There was an article on Forbes that was talking about how it's listed, I think, still as a PlayStation exclusive, but like I don't know, a couple weeks after the initial release, it came out on PC, but they're still listing it as an exclusive.
That's just Sony.
Yeah, they got to do something.
Yep.
Well, maybe it's console exclusive. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, this game was a huge hit, and I think the inspiration of cosplayers around the world. So we got that, and then I see you put the third story in, didn't you? I didn't see that I did fifth one. Okay, my bad. Sorry for stealing your story, Mark.
That's okay.
Yeah. And then Fable, I think you've heard of that, Mark, right? Maybe.
I have. In fact, I need to play the Fable. I've played Fable 2 and 3, never played the original, and now the Anniversary Edition, I believe, is on Game Pass. So I need to grab this and play the original.
Hmm.
So, but what news do you have?
So Fable 4
Really?
is allegedly in development.
Sweet.
And this might be one of the things that we're going to be hearing about in a couple weeks at E3 2018.
That would be good.
So I know that it's been, a fair amount of time since we've had a Fable release. Fable Legends, was that the one that got canceled?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the name.
Yeah, it was about the ship, and then they're like, nah, never mind.
Yeah, because it was in beta for a while and I was a tester. I mean, it was
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it was decent. So one thing I was kind of wondering about was, why did that not work, but a Fable 4 would,
Well,
you know?
because the Fable Legends, I think, was more of a what is that called? Like Paladins. I think Paladins is that style of game where you're like you have a team on both sides and you kind of come together and there's three paths where you kind of meet and fight and
Yeah.
I can't think of what that's called. Um, it's killing me. I know what this style of gameplay is and I can't think of it. But I think that's what Fable Legends was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look that up. But it's
Yeah.
possible it just didn't work.
Yeah. It wasn't doing something that they were hoping to do, or they had some challenges, or eventually it turns into like, hey, this thing's costing us so much money. It keeps us doing like budget overruns and stuff like that, it keeps delaying, and hey, got to cut our losses. But the developer that's supposedly working on it is Playground Games,
Oh boy.
make makers of the Forza Horizon,
Yep.
which is a great game. And release date is rumored sometime next year.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't see that happening. That seems way too early.
Yeah, and
I'll
that's
bet
at
you.
the very earliest.
I'll bet you they're putting that in so that they can talk about it at E3. But that sucker's gonna get delayed for a few years. Because my understanding is this is something like brand new that they just are spinning a team up. Like they don't even have a team yet,
Hmm.
so they're not already in the works. It's just okay. They're in the pre-planning stages, getting a team together to do this. There's no way it's gonna be here next year.
Yeah,
So, but I guess if they got to give it a date, and then they're going to say next year, even though they fully well know it's not going to be, and then they can throw it out at E3 and say, "Look at the exclusives coming," even though we probably won't see it for a couple of years.
hmm
But it'll be good to let people know that it is coming and that it's being worked on, and they're reviving that franchise the way people wanted it to. They wanted a Fable 4, a true
yeah.
story driven game. Cool.
Okay, and then actually two quick things I want to hit. Um, One of them was kind of surprising. So Fortnite in March generated over 223 million. So that brought in
$223 million what?
dollars
On a
in one
free to
month.
play game.
Yeah.
Oh, mamacita. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I imagine that's just purchasing V-Bucks in the game, or I wonder if that counts also. Well, I guess the money that you pay for the game itself, for the Save the World part,
Yeah.
I guess that would count as well, because what you're really doing is you're just buying a whole bunch of stuff that's giving you the game.
I'll bet you that number is based on the free to play battle royale, though.
Probably.
I'll bet you. I don't know of a lot of people buying the full priced beta of Save the World, the original
Hmm.
Fortnite, which I spent a bunch of money on. You got that game? Don't you have that? Because didn't I gift it to you and Brun?
Yeah, yeah, you did.
That's right. Because I
Thank you
spent
very
like
much.
$150 on that game.
Yeah. So there was a lot of people that did what you did
Yep.
in March for 223 million.
No,
Uh,
I'll bet you that's all the cosmetic stuff.
yeah,
That's the thing that we've talked about before, Rob. It's like if you build a good game, like a free to play game like Fortnite, and you put in cosmetics that don't ruin the gameplay, you're gonna make money.
sure.
People are buying that every season they come out. They're like on what, season 4 you said? You know,
Yeah, it's just started for last week.
their seasons aren't very long, but the reason they do that is they put out new skins and new, like I saw someone had one of the, like a glider or the parachute. It was a space shuttle.
Oh, I love that thing. That's
And
so
I'm like, that's
cool.
so cool. And then there was another one
Hmm.
that was like flapping. It would flap and it does different things.
Yeah,
Even like, and if I recall, I think the space shuttle, like if you're doing something to go faster, like I think the engines glow orange but I was just like, that is
yeah.
so
It's
cool. It's
yeah.
animated,
It's got
right?
like thrusters that
Yeah. So
fire.
yeah,
Yeah,
people are buying stuff and it doesn't impact the game at all. You
right,
know?
right.
And I know someone new. I think I was
Well,
listening.
it can to one degree,
How's
and
that?
that's just that like there are some characters or some skins that are dark. Like there's a John Wick ripoff at the Reaper,
Uh huh.
and there's this other one that's it's they're basically like all black,
Okay.
and in some cases they're better at camouflage.
Uh.
Just because they're harder to see.
Okay.
So while it's just cosmetic, it can be advantageous in certain situations. So there's a teeny tiny little
Yeah, but you can also get the
benefit.
Bush costume.
Yeah,
Dude, I
that
crack up when I see that, man. And I loved it Christmas time where they added Christmas lights to the Bush costume.
yeah,
That was so cool. That blinked.
yep, yep. But, you know, I hate the bush personally. I never get it. I always pass it by. But whenever I see somebody running around as a bush, it just makes me smile.
I
It just,
know. It's
it
funny.
just, yeah.
Good stuff.
And if you're not moving, it's actually a pretty good disguise.
Yep.
But yeah, so 223 million of revenue in March,
Wow.
and they put out a mobile port for iOS. It's not out on Android yet, and the mobile port hit 1.8 million in daily revenue.
Wow. Wow.
While I guess as a whole, it brings in 7.19 million per day.
Golly, you got to be kidding me. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Dude, we are in the wrong. We need to scrap this podcast and start a free to play game, man.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I wonder how much Gems of War brings in.
Hey, they're still updating that game.
Yeah,
They added new stuff to it just what, this month? So,
mhm.
yeah, just like a week ago. A whole brand new stuff. There's stuff
Yeah,
with
like some
like,
pets or something, right?
yeah, I don't get that. There's like a pet
Yeah.
hunt and there's pet food, but now they got like an actual calendar showing you what you'll get if you log in every day, and so
Yeah,
they are still adding stuff to that game. So,
absolutely. And the interesting thing about this all is, they're bringing in so much money, right? So much revenue.
yep.
They're not even in the top 10 of, with 223 million. They're Fortnite, I think easily is probably one of the most popular games right now that's being played.
Yeah.
Or at least like PC console-ish sort of. And it's not even in the top 10.
Wow.
So we shall see.
It's
Maybe
it's get
maybe
it's
sometime
getting
this
there.
summer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Especially if they keep, I think they've got a great recipes for success. And if they keep up with it, which I think they are,
oh yeah.
they're gonna they're gonna milk this thing pretty well, and people just keep you know, putting in the cash.
Yeah. Well, good. I mean, if you
Yeah.
got gamers and players, you're going to keep people around when you can consistently add new content.
Hmm.
And that's what's going to keep a game like this alive.
Sure.
So,
And
and they're doing so much better than PUBG is.
yeah.
Like PUBG's finally got a third map out, I think,
Yep.
for PC, and we finally have 2 on Xbox. But it's like, uh, you know, there's no real new content coming into it. Not at the speed and as quickly as it's coming to Fortnite. They're just, man, they got their game on here. So kudos to
Yeah.
Epic.
And the really cool thing that Epic did with this is that, they put in the system where they're making a fair amount of money and it's not pissing anybody off.
Right.
They did not do an EA
Right.
with, the loot boxes. I mean, you've got llamas. Those things are so funny too. I just love like the one eye that kind of like looks at you.
I love the llamas, man.
Yeah. Hey, what are you going to do with that stick? But, it just, I think they've done so many things right with the game that, they're like a role model for other companies in some respects. Uh-oh.
Sorry about that.
I was wondering if you're just going to shut down or something.
No, I plugged my phone in and it launched iTunes. Unfortunately, just needed to charge it.
Gotcha.
So hopefully those weren't too loud through the thing. Apologize if that became really loud.
Yeah. Right. So there was that, and I thought I had a second thing. Now I don't remember what it was. It was just 2 things that I wanted to talk about real quick. I don't remember now. Oh well.
All right.
I'm done.
Moving on then. So if you think of it, you can always come back to it.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the community. Oh boy, that messed up my whole view. Drop this back down. So.
Oh, I remember now.
Oh. Fine.
I always do. This is gonna be real quick.
Okay.
So there's another battle royale game called Crazy Justice, and I don't remember if we talked about this one.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, there was a Kickstarter last year I'm assuming it was Kickstarter. It's a crowdfunding campaign for this to create this battle royale game, and it's I don't say a ripoff of Fortnite, but it's kind of got the graphic styling of Fortnite.
Okay.
And if it works and you don't get sued, why not? People like Fortnite. But the company or the guys that made Crazy Justice were showing off its cross-play capabilities. So this thing's going to be coming out on multiple platforms, and it will be cross-playable between Xbox One, PC, and Switch.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you can, play on the Nintendo Switch, and if you notice, there's a company that's left out of this.
Yes. Hey, again, I'm good with that, man. I love that Nintendo's on board with this. Xbox and Nintendo are gonna. Sony may have the lead now, but this is the type of thing that's gonna push the other two past Sony, and they're gonna be that one left behind. They're gonna be, oh, but you can hand your disc to your friend. It's like, sorry, we've moved on. Like, no. We've moved on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's we'll see how the game goes, because apparently Battle Royale isn't strictly a recipe for success because of that game that we talked about last week, Radical Heights, sort of like flopping.
Yeah.
To some degree, and that was the game that was done by Cliff Bleszinski's new company.
Well, then they also only release on Sony. So
yeah,
there you go. Maybe you should have
Yeah.
put it on Nintendo and Xbox and had crossplay. You might have had a better success. So cool. That's neat. I like the whole crossplay thing.
Yeah, especially when it comes to, the battle royale games where, you're going to want to play the game in different places. So,
Yep.
if you get your Wi-Fi connection somehow, somewhere, you
Yep.
can do it on the go.
Yep.
Although I was trying to do some work stuff on the go on the train, and I'm
Yeah.
finding that doing some stuff while you're mobile is like, you know, eh, potentially, like, let's say if you're playing a game, it's like playing a game while you're falling down the stairs. It's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, but
Like you're
Rob,
sitting there and you're like bouncing around.
when,
What?
when they say mobile gaming, they don't mean doing 80-mile-an-hour down the train track, switching towers and constantly.
Yeah.
Did they
Yeah.
did they put Wi-Fi on those trains yet?
They've got it on some of them,
Yeah.
but the tracks are so crappy here in the United States, at least
Yeah.
the local Chicago ones,
Yeah.
that, I mean, there's some stretches that are smooth, but I was trying to do some work where I needed to be very precise with the mouse, and I
Not on a
mean, it was
train.
like I'm not kidding. I was like bouncing around. Although
Oh yeah.
I was sitting in the worst spot, and that is I was in the front car right by the engine,
Oh yeah.
and that one tends to be a little bouncier for some reason. I would think it would be smoother because the engine has more weight,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
So anyway, yeah, that was Radical Heights. It's out now for PC. Oh wait, no. No, Radical Heights is out now for PC. That's Cliff Blazinski's game.
Right.
But the one that I was just talking about, I forgot its name now.
I already closed that tab.
Justice. Something Justice.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm done.
It was something justice, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to the community. If you want to send us a voicemail, you can go to our page at thisxboxlife.com, click on the send voicemail button, and leave up to a 90-second voicemail for us. Or you can send us an MP3, WAV file, whatever, audio file through to us or just an email at contact@thisxboxlife.com. We also are on the Twitters, and which is thisxboxlife.com/Twitter. And the main place you'll find us talking and chatting with the community is on our Facebook group, thisxboxlife.com/Facebook. It's a closed group. You do need to answer the questions to be able to join. Otherwise, we will not accept you. So it's our way of keeping out the people that don't belong and the people that are just trying to spam or scam or whatever. So it's real simple questions. And I think that's it for that. So now it's time we've all been waiting for.
Okay, Rob, what you got for us today? What you got for us to play? Give us a list of games that we can buy and play. Okay, Rob.
I always want to start talking
Yeah.
before that last bit. I don't know if you noticed me like starting to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to talk before. I thought you'd start
Yeah.
talking before I even started the song again, but
I'm learning. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks now, so I'm starting to learn. This old dog here is learning new tricks. But all right, so new games for May 8th through the 11th. And this list is surprisingly large. So sit back and enjoy this slew of gaming coming your way. On May 8th, the contenders are, for your gaming dollar, AO International Tennis, Conan Exiles, Death Road to Canada. Didn't we talk about this a couple weeks ago, or did it get a delayed release or something?
I
Do you remember?
I don't
I thought-
recall.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought this was out earlier, but I guess not. Anyway, May 8th, Death Road to Canada, Destiny 2 Warmind, Raising Justice, or Raging Justice. And we have Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition. And on May 9th, we have Inksplosion, Rocket Wars, Siberia, Trailblazers, Zombie Pinball. On the 10th, we have Laser League. And on the 11th, we have Hyper Sentinel and Grim Legends 3. So a bunch of these guys here are Xbox One X enhanced, and that includes Conan Exiles. So I think everybody would pretty much expect that one to be enhanced. Also, Destiny 2 Warmind. And I think that might have been it. Yeah, that was all of it. And
No, Hyper Sentinel is as well.
oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Missed that one. So, I was looking at the pinball game, and Zen set the bar,
Yep.
and it set it high.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even click in this just because I saw the image placeholder. I was like, nope. I wouldn't even bother to go look at it.
Yeah.
Looks terrible, man.
Yeah.
If you can't compete with Zen Studios and their fabulous Pinball FX3, get out of town, man. Just don't even bother. So I chuckle at it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks. What's the best way to put it? We talked about a pinball game within the last couple weeks?
Yeah, we did, but it
I don't
wasn't.
know if it was
a different one. Yeah, it was a different.
Because there was that space pinball game on Windows XP.
Space Cadet.
Space Cadet.
Yep.
See, we just had a repeat here because I didn't remember what the name was that other week.
That's correct.
You knew it instantly. But, it looks kind of like that with fancy explosions, but, it is purely like a silly pinball game. Nothing really cool and graphic-y like the Zen games. But,
yeah,
let me see when it came out. So this actually came out almost 2 years ago on PC. It's on the Steam store. So it is a rehash of an old PC game. So, now it's easy to port everything to Xbox. So they do it.
and you can play it free on the web.
Oh, you can?
I just Google search and the first one that comes up is free web arcade zombie pinball.
That can't be the same one, can it?
It's zombie pinball.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's $5 on Steam.
Yeah. I see several places you can play it for free.
Really?
So, yep.
Well, now you can play it on
Xbox.
your Xbox, not for free.
Yeah, not for free. Oh my gosh. This does not look good.
Yeah, it's interesting. Now, I'm kind of curious about that Trailblazers game. Did you look into this one at all?
No, I did not. Trailblazers?
Yeah. So it's got kind of like a Borderlands style look to it. So think of Borderlands arcade style with the game Wipeout.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not talking about the Wipeout game show, which was awesome.
Right. No, you meant like the
old PS4, PS game.
Right.
So
the racing
it looks cool. It looks like it might be fun, but I'm very leery of these kinds of games because they look cool graphically, and the Wipeout games were pretty fun for quite a while. They've had a whole bunch of games in that series, but some of these racing games, like you actually play them and you're like, this kind of sucks.
This says co-op. First ever co-op arcade racer.
Yeah, I think because you can do split screen.
Or does it mean like you and I could race somehow in the same vehicle together? One of you drives and the other one does something else? Because it
Oh,
talks about painting the track as you change the racing lane, boosting speed on your team's color. But it says first ever co-op arcade racer. Split screen's not co-op. Co-op means you're working together. So it says you can play up with 6 players online or locally via split screen for up to 4 players. I'm curious what the co-op
yeah.
part is.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. So they're describing this as Splatoon meets F-Zero. So is like one person steering and the other person is somehow painting the track?
Possibly. We're gonna have to dig into this one.
So I mean that actually sounds pretty interesting. Like if you have to, I mean, I don't know how
So
big these tracks are, but if you're like painting the track and then the person that wins is the one that has most of your color on the track after a certain amount of laps, that's kind of cool. Actually, I'm more interested in this one now. So you can play what, six
it's
players?
it's online multiplayer, 2 to 6 players, online co-op, local multiplayer, local co-op. That there you go, local co-op. That's cool too. You can play with your kids. A shared split screen, cross-platform co-op. This is on Windows 10 as well. It's an innovative cooperative racer, groundbreaking on-track gameplay, racing in teams of up to 3 versus 3.
Oh,
Players paint the track to create the best racing line, then use that paint to boost up to insane speeds. Drive with flair and style to gain skill points and blaze your way to victory. It doesn't really state how the co-op works.
I
It says
think it's co-op because your teammates have the same color, so you're working together to
maybe
paint the track and boost.
could
Because it
be
looks, yeah, because it looks like when you're on top of your color, it gives you a speed boost.
okay.
Here's another article. All right.
So did we just make a joke of a bunch of games and all of a sudden we're like interested in one of them now?
Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, let's see. It's
Might
coming
actually pick this one
soon.
up. Yeah, on the 9th. So it says paint the track as you race and create your own dynamic racing lane. Maybe that's the same article that you read
I'm reading it from the store. I was
from.
hoping to
Okay.
get a price, but they don't have a price yet.
Yeah.
This is coming soon.
So
All right.
3-on-3 partner races, solo sprints, and more. There's a full story campaign also, and cross-platform
Play. So
play.
with Windows 10.
Yeah, it links PC, Mac, Linux to either PS4 or Xbox One Switch players. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right.
It so if this is coming to Switch, then this might be one I'll buy on my Switch. And then I can play this against you, Rob, on your Xbox.
Sure.
That would be cool.
Or
Or
you can
co-op. I
just
mean,
get it
play
on
with you, not
Xbox
not
and play it
against
on
you.
Xbox. Yeah, yeah,
No, but see, again, like we were talking about, like this earlier with Xbox
yeah.
and Switch. That's a perfect partnership because, like, I mean, it's a great partnership for Microsoft because Microsoft doesn't have a mobile platform. But now, if you kind of are working with Nintendo on crossplay, now I would probably buy a game on Xbox and buy it on the Switch, and I can still play with my Xbox friends when I'm traveling or I'm on my Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I can still connect into that Xbox community. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
maybe Microsoft and Nintendo should form a really, really strong partnership so that Xbox
Yeah.
games could be on the Switch. That would
See,
be
now
cool.
and then the next step is you buy the game and you just get it on all platforms, so you don't have to keep
Yes.
rebuying it.
Yes. Yes.
Buy the game, play it on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, whatever.
Yep. Well, not PlayStation because they don't want to
Yeah.
play with anybody. So, but cool. We'll
Yes,
have to check
that's
this
right.
out.
Yeah, I think I might be picking this one up. All right, games with gold. Let's see. It is now what, May 6th as we're recording this. So we're a little bit into March. So
You
last
mean
week we
May?
had the switch. Yeah, May at March. May. They both start with an M. They have an A in them. So, um, new for the month for Xbox One games with gold is Super Mega Baseball 2. It's a game that Mark talked about a little bit ago. And then for a couple more days, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Make sure to grab that one if you haven't already. Also for Xbox 360 and Xbox One back compat, we have Sega Vintage Collection Streets of Rage. All right. And then let's see. So that's all the games. And then, as usual, here we go talking about Amazon. If you're making any purchases on Amazon, like if you're going to get that really sweet original Xbox skin, not sticker, skin for your Xbox, then make sure to use our affiliate link. You can find that at our website, thisxboxlife.com. Click on the appropriate Amazon link there, UK or US. If you don't see the link, just make sure that your browser is not blocking the ads from them. And then you can use that affiliate link for anything that you purchase on Amazon. It does not have to be just PC related, or not PC, video game related. And make sure to use that link each and every time you make your purchase on Amazon. Also, if you're an iTunes user, like Mark is when he plugged in his snazzy iPhone earlier, right? Use
Yeah.
iTunes. Yeah. So,
No, well,
or you're,
I
well,
try not to.
you're forced into it to some degree. But if you use iTunes, make sure to find the podcast, This Xbox Life, on the iTunes store. Give us a rating, 5 stars if you would. The more 5-star reviews we get, the more we get boosted in the ratings over there, rankings, and more people can find out about the show. And then we're on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. So make sure to follow us on all of those platforms. And as usual, thanks to Learned Your Lesson for the music for the show. I believe that's all for episode 482. Do you have anything else, Mark?
I got nothing. So, how about you?
I don't have anything else either.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and listening. And we will be back next week. I am Mark, aka Wingman 709, taking off.
And I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody.